Hello and welcome back to my Elden Ring challenge run. Currently we'll be picking up a whip, which will be our third whip if you're counting now. 3 out of 6, not bad, but this is just a bleed whip, so I'm probably not going to end up using it.
Who on earth are you? The whereabouts? They laid hand. The tail idea.
And it's real easy to kill because a lot of AI just flinches every time you hit him with a whip, making him a real easy target, granting our third whip to be actually really quick and easy. So now I go to pick up the winged sword insignia, as now that I'm dual wielding whips, it's quite fast just to hit back to back, and that makes my damage a lot better, considering a charge attack only takes the second half of the attack to immediately start the effect. I've set this little section here of going through the cave to double speed, because I really think it's just not enjoyable, but don't worry, when it gets to the boss, I set it back to normal speed because they're quite squishy. This place is full of poison, which is kind of a pain, but it's not too hard to dodge around. Just make sure you stand on the wooden platforms that they give you. Easy enough. So the boss here is a clean rot knight, which I feel like is a lot more squishy than the ones in Caleb, as those ones go down a lot harder. I understand that that's a duo fight, and it's also got rot around it and poison if you get poisoned on the way. But I really just feel like this one was overly squishy. With the flinch effect, it was way too easy. As you're seeing, I am just obliterating it and there's not much you can do. The poison has done more damage to me than the Clean Rot Knight has themselves. And that gives us the Winged Sword insignia, which will increase our damage upon successive attacks, which is very helpful for our dual whip. Next thing we do is we go to fight Patches, as he'll help us later on. With the questline of Volcano Manor, he can help us get the Bullgoat armor, which we won't be able to use. But after completing it, we could talk to him and grab ourselves another whip. This is just setting up for them, but still a pretty easy boss fight as always. So I'll just let the rest of it play out.
Wait, please! I surrender! White flag and all! Finally come round, have
Hello.
On the topic of Volcano Manor, I talked to Raya as she could teleport me to the Volcano Manor once I reach Altus.
The Thuglies.
So we make our way to Shrimp Boy, and we ask for Raya's necklace, of which he charges us 1,000 runes to get, but we will take it rather than killing him, because he is just the best, and there's absolutely no way I could kill a dude with an Australian accent.
What it's worth to you, and I'll consider parting ways with it. I'm not in love with it or nothing. You're a shrewd one, Chief. First, you hand me the runes, and don't try nothing, neither. Alright, take it.
Even though I have the necklace, like I said, the guy's too important to just die. So, I start buying some shrimp off him, as since I'm not allowed to wear any armor in this run, it will come in very handy with the damage negation. In these following clips, I'm just collecting both halves of the Dectus medallion, so I can talk to Raya, and then I can go to the Volcano Manor, of which then I can start the Volcano Manor questline and Patch's questline after that. To do Patch's questline, I have to kill a dude that spawns in this boss arena, but obviously I can't do it until the boss is dead, So even though I already have my way up to Altus, I still need to kill this dude, just so I can clear out the room to fight the enemy. But trust me, it's all worth it. It's a whip that I probably won't use because it has a high faith requirement. That's alright, because I'll get it in the next episode. So you saw that damage. The reason my damage is actually pretty decent right now is because both the whips are quite strong since I got to level them up a little bit as I was traveling through the tunnel itself, which is just a nice bonus. But as you'll see, I'll be doing a lot more damage now that I put the jump attack talisman on. Anyway, just enjoy. We managed to get a very lucky poise break, which will help us get into his second phase, where he coats up his weapon and give us plenty of time to finish him off before I can do anything. And there is where the unique heavy comes in very handy, and that's why I carry this in my right hand, because he gives me a very, very good charged heavy attack, which has a lot of reach, and especially for situations like that, be very handy. Now that we are back in Altus, I could talk to Raya and hold her hand to make our way to the Volcano Manor.
I knew you. I hereby take my hand. Give me your... I will pray.
Now that we've reached the Volcano Manor, first thing you want to do is grab the Grace, and then talk to Tanith.
I am Tanith.
So we talked to Tanith to start the Volcano Manor questline, because we can get a whip out of this later on. Although we already have one of it, it is nice to dual wield it if need be. Anyway, we've made our way to Raya Lucaria. Just past the Red Wolf of Radagon, we start fighting the Carian Knight, and you'll really see how helpful whips are in PvP, not so much PvE though. Now with the Carian Knight dead, we move on to the Renala boss fight. I actually managed to do this boss fight first attempt, so this actually went really, really well. But I didn't expect it to be hard. It's Renala after all. First phase is simple enough, hit the kids, she falls down, hit her as much as possible, and repeat until she goes to second phase. Easy enough. Do be sure to kill her quickly before she could go start throwing books at you, because they will hurt and they might kill you if you don't have the bubble clear. Now the real fight begins. Renala starts the fight with a scripted Comet Azure, which is very, very easy to punish. So we do that and just start hitting her as much as possible for light attacks, as she flinches very easily. She doesn't have much poise after all. The summons can be annoying, but overall, the dogs can kind of just get killed in the crossfire of me trying to hit Renala. So they despawn pretty quickly, and I get some good amount of time just to fight Renala on their own, which makes this fight a lot easier when you're not dealing with summons. Just barely missed that charged heavy there, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. We managed to get the last hit we needed to kill Renala, and then we just wait for it all to end. Dragon tries to kill us, but it was already too late. This is the end of our 4th episode of our challenge run. Thank you for sticking around and watching. If you've already watched this video fully, or don't have any other videos you feel like watching, I recommend go to my friend's channel Mario, and go watch his playthrough of Elden Ring, which I would say is pretty entertaining. Anyway, see ya.